But speaking of cash grabs, everybody, another cash grab that I'm actually very excited about is National Treasure. And National Treasure 3 is finally moving forward. Not a TV show. No. We're getting Nick Cage back in the saddle one more time. We're going to have him get out there and find that Declaration of Independence and those fucking aliens, maybe. I want to ask that question. But that leads me to our featured story of the night.
No.
So the first draft is done for National Treasure 3, bringing Justin Bartha and Nick Cage back one more time, finding out about Benjamin. His name's not Benjamin Franklin, but it's Benjamin something in this album. But he's coming back one more time. Was it Benjamin what?
Benjamin Button.
But Benjamin Button. But the first draft is done and it's been a while since 2007, the last one. 2004 was the first one, 2007 for the Book of Secrets, and Walt Disney Production now is moving forward 3. That's a long time, isn't it, Mike?
Goddamn years, Brian.
It's a long time. And Ted Elliott's writing this script. He was speaking with Screen Rant about the whole production, saying that he's finished his first draft, but now he's going back to do some revisions on it to bring the whole team back together. The Book of Secrets, of course, it's been so long. There's also that television show that came out over on Disney Plus Edge of History. That's actually going to be still canon, this he's saying too. Now, the biggest thing is Harvey Keitel passes away in that. I think that's what they were really going to push. Like, he's going to be gone for this. It sucks. I loved Harvey Keitel. He's awesome. And they killed him off like at the beginning of that whole show. I know a lot of people didn't like that, didn't do that well, didn't test well, got canceled. They shot in Hawk anamorphic lenses, shot to Hawk, great lenses, but it just didn't work out. But bringing Nick Cage back, bringing Justin Bartha, bring the team, bring them together, we're going to find out. Now, I said before, I said aliens, Mike. I said aliens, maybe it's aliens. Because remember, at the end of Book of Secrets, they find like the president's diary where they say everything that we're supposed to keep top secret. Mm-hmm. And then Harvey Keitel goes, look at this page, wherever the hell it was, and then he opens up, it's Area 51. And so I said, maybe that's a weird tease. Maybe they want to bring aliens in.
Before Indiana Jones Aliens Attack came out, so it's passe now.
You're right. So, Mike, do you think they're going to do aliens, or do you think there's a narrative here that's different, a different historical? You're a historian on the show too, a religious historian. Okay, on top of that, is there a religious historian fact or storyline they could use? They could bring into this where it involves either the Illuminati or United States or something that'd be great for this story to make us care about this national treasure being found.
I can't engage with you on that question seriously, Brian, because we'll be here all night if I'm talking. Nicolas Cage he's going to come across the mythical Hindu bird, the Garuda, and he's going to fly him to the Declaration of Independence, because obviously that's what we all want to happen. Everybody wants to see the Garuda and Bahamut and all these other Final Fantasy characters that are pulled directly from religious texts. I want them to keep the alien stuff as just another cute bit, because obviously it's a tantalizing kind of end of Back to the Future moment to tease these aliens. But then again, it could just be a throwaway joke in this movie. What I'm surprised with is, presumably Nick Cage could have made this movie at any time if he gave a shit. Because both of those movies made a bunch of money, right?
Yeah.
Or has it just been this amount of time that's allowed the culture to really fall in love and appreciate these crazy, stupid movies?
I mean, it could be. Then the chat too. Edward Hyde was saying nobody cares about these movies. Who's gonna actually watch this? Abigail Chase, is that who was his wife in this? I think.
Well, I think Edward Hyde is wrong. I think I've got some nephews. I mentioned this to their mom, my sister, the other day, and she's like, "Oh, great, another National Treasure movie." Because my nephews are 22, 23 right now, so they were very young when this came out, and they loved it. It was their Indiana Jones.
Yeah. I can see that. It's a great adventure movie too, and it's like one of those games you play where they give you hints and you go to the next thing, and it's you go to this page, you go to that page. I think it kind of has a great feeling.
Genius. It's not. They're not giving away Oscars for National Treasure 3, but that's not the intention of this kind of project.
No, it's not. It's supposed to, again, I think it entices you with history a little bit, brings that into the fact,
little
makes you
bit,
learn
yeah.
something a little bit, but it's more of that adventure of going out there and finding a MacGuffin, That's really what it is. And the MacGuffin's a big thing that they do in Indiana Jones, like you said as well. And I think it does work really well. But like, this, again, there might be some disconnect. Maybe Gen Z doesn't care about this. I don't know. Mike says there might be. Allie, what do you think? Do you think there's still an audience? Now, Edge of Tomorrow, or Edge of Dark, it's Edge of something, whatever they call it, Edge of History, the Disney Plus, but nobody watched. I mean, I watched the first couple episodes. I tried. So that did poorly. It did piss poorly on Disney Plus. Like, the fact is, they had plans to do like 3 or 4 seasons. They were working on a second season, getting the scripts together, figuring stuff out, and it tanked. Is that a sign that maybe this can't work out? Or is that a sign of Nick Cage's star power that he needed to be in this or nobody's going to watch it?
I think it's that. Sorry.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, this is probably the last revival attempt for National Treasure. Like, there are enough people who will go off the nostalgia of it alone to be into it. It's really hard to imagine that Nick Cage would turn this down at any point or put off doing this at any point.
Sincerely, right?
It's just a few years ago, he was so desperately in debt. He had so much like gambling debt or whatever. And,
Dinosaur bones.
Like, I know I heard stories about like, oh yeah, Nick Cage, if you meet him, he has a menu of like, this is how much to show up at his party and stuff like that.
he just passes it out, like he shakes your hand and he's like, oh, here, by the way, I do kids parties
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's been redeeming himself in the last couple of years. I think Renfield was great. I think Longlegs was an amazing movie.
Pig.
But yeah, he's been doing a handful of things that are great, but like he just had to redeem himself and get back in there.
And now he's back in the saddle.
Maybe he can revive it.
He's also Spider-Man Noir now too. He did all the animated versions, but the live-action 8-episode series is coming on Amazon as well for him. So he's gonna be an older Spider-Man in the 50s or 40s or mid-20s. I don't know. It's a period piece. 20s, I think. But yeah, It's in there. It's Nick Cage. I think you're right, Allie. I think he could have done this movie at any point. And honestly, he did need money for a long time. That was a whole joke, and he didn't make fun of it in the movie with him and Pedro Pascal.
Unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah. And that too, they made fun of it as well. So I mean, he could have done any time, but maybe is this the time? Maybe this is the time now. Sean, what do you think? What makes now the time? Why is it so important? Again, the series just tanked. Why now? Why is he gonna come to it? Big sack of money? What do you think, Sean?
I think it's a big sack of money. I think it's the fact that Disney needs a win, and I think that the IP people have been clamoring for this. People just love to kind of go around on capers, and this clue leads to this thing, and if you pee on the Declaration of Independence, it'll tell you your future.
You get wings.
You get wings. Yeah, why the fuck not? I think it's a win. It's a fun little romp through history. You learn a little bit, but really you're just there for the Jerry Bruckheimer-ness of it all. I don't see why the fuck not. Something's going on. We're just getting so much Nick Cage right now. Like,
oh yeah, we are.
The dude put in the fucking work. A year or two, and we're just now seeing the dividends. So, fucking keep the gravy train rolling, and I'd watch the fuck out of this. I was in my hotel room in Philadelphia for a conference late at night trying to sleep, and friggin' National Treasure was on. And I'm like, can't go to sleep now. Got to watch this shit.
Hotel is the perfect venue to watch National Treasure.
It was some like off-brand, like Turner Classic Movies or some shit, or USA.
Turner Classic Movies. I feel like it shouldn't be on there yet.
I don't know any networks that are on. I still like shit. It's just amazing to me.
It was on USA up all night.
Sometimes. Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
Be careful. Next thing, we're gonna have another Con Air.
Yeah. Yeah. It might happen.
I say my prayers, Allie.
I just want Face Off too. That's been a rumor for a long time. They had a script for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm like, can we just get Face?
Is it going to be triple Faces?
Very curious.
Face off?
I don't know, man.
They both need money. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah,
what's Travolta doing these days?
He was, at the Olympics.
Yes.
He was at the Olympics.
Producing, I think.
Wow.
He was at the
All right,
Olympics looking like
Brian.
a Bond villain or some shit.
Brian, you come
Yeah.
back to Michigan. We're writing a script for Face Off 2,
It's up
okay?
to we should because
Sell it.
they had
Sell
one
it
at
right
one
now.
point, and I know Nick Cage talked about it a few times in interviews about like, oh, we're moving forward. It's the fan base wants to see it. I want to do it, but it never got anywhere. Yeah, it just kind of got
I thought they
stalled.
finally got Travolta on board.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
they
I
got-
missed. I definitely heard the rumor, but it sounds like they did.
I think he was on board, but I don't know if I haven't heard anything about it for like it's been a while now. Like nothing rumblings at all.
See, this is cool. So questionable. We're getting hit, a lot of hate in the chat for the National Treasure movies, which it's up to taste. No problems there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Buck Rogers down here, he's about Con Air, which I'm
You hate
also a
money? What are we doing?
big
Come
Con Air fan.
Yeah,
But I just love the hair dryers. So like
Malkovich was great in that, too.
Did you lose them too?
Great.
Uh-oh, I'm back.
Malkovich was great in that too. Oh, hey, welcome back, Sean. You were here the whole time.
You guys
were here.
left.
You
I'm
know,
very confused. Oh my god.
Pepe, even Pepe knows. Pepe, he was here, right? He was here the whole time, right? Just tell me.
Please.
Please, what, man? Oh, whatever.
Okay.
I don't.
Pep star Shalamading Ding Music.
Thanks, Peps. You might hate it. There might be some hate for National, but you got to have love for Nick Cage, please, in the chat. Have some love for Nick Cage. This guy has been
He's gotta love
ass off.
Come
He's like 124 movies or something like that in his life. It's something insane. And he was like, the one you have to see. That's a thing. Is Pig. That's like the one they say you see more than anything. And I was like, all right, man, great movie, but I just gotta say, Nick Cage. In my book, I'll watch everything. It might be shit, but I'm still gonna love you in it. And I don't. And at the end of the day, Long Legs was great. Keep doing more stuff like that.
What happened in Kruse Court?
No, he's not going to.
He was declared. He was legally declared as the greatest actor alive. Was he not?
No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was. I think we had to split
I
court a
don't know
little
how
bit
legally
there.
that is.
Yeah, it's legally binding from 6:35 until about 8:00 at night Pacific Coast time. That's about it. But yeah, I gotta say I'm excited about this. I think it could be fun. I know there's hate about it, but if you get the team together, you spend enough time on this, working on the script. Hopefully, it's gonna be fantastic. It took us 20 years, over 12. It took us almost 20 years, almost 20
It's
years
like
right
a
now.
fine wine. Why
To
the
write
hell
one
not?
draft, this better be a fucking killer draft. That's all I gotta say. But National Treasure 3 is finally moving forward. Are you excited about it? Do you hate this idea? Or can you not get enough Nick Cage? Let us know.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.